Kofi is from a very poor home. He lost his father when he was 10 years old, and his mother refused to sleep with his father's brother, which made him treat Kofi and his mother badly. Kofi was from a riverine area and he grew up and learned fishing. One day he had an encounter with Mami Wata and his fortune was changed. Kofi had always felt a deep connection to the river that flowed near his village. He would spend hours watching the water ripple and swirl, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. Despite the hardships he faced at home, the river was his sanctuary. One day, as Kofi was out fishing, he felt a tug on his line unlike any he had ever experienced before. With bated breath, he began to reel in his catch, only to find a beautiful woman emerging from the water. Her skin was as smooth as polished ebony, and her long hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall. "Mami Wata," Kofi whispered in awe, recognizing the river goddess who was said to bring both fortune and misfortune to those she encountered. The goddess smiled at him, her eyes holding a wisdom beyond his years. "You have shown great reverence for the river, Kofi," she said in a voice like the gentle rush of water over stones. "I have been watching you from the depths, and I see the struggles you face in your daily life. But fear not, for I have come to offer you a gift." With a wave of her hand, Mami Wata produced a shimmering pearl from the folds of her flowing gown. She placed it in Kofi's palm, and as he looked down at the iridescent orb, he felt a surge of warmth spreading through him. "This pearl holds the power to bring abundance to your life," Mami Wata explained. "Keep it close to you, and good fortune will follow wherever you go." Overwhelmed with gratitude, Kofi bowed low before the goddess, his heart brimming with hope for the first time in years. As Mami Wata disappeared back into the depths of the river, he clutched the pearl tightly, knowing that his life would never be the same again. From that day on, Kofi's fishing nets were always full to bursting, his catches larger and more bountiful than anyone in the village had ever seen. The pearl seemed to radiate a magic that drew the fish to him, as if they were offering themselves willingly to his skillful hands. Word of Kofi's newfound success spread quickly, and soon people from neighboring villages would travel far and wide to witness the miracle for themselves. But no matter how many times Kofi tried to explain that it was Mami Wata's blessing that had brought him such prosperity, they would simply shake their heads in disbelief. As the days turned into weeks and then months, Kofi's humble shanty transformed into a thriving home filled with warmth and abundance. He made sure his mother never wanted for anything, and the villagers marveled at the change that had come over the once struggling family. But with great fortune came great envy, and soon whispers began to circulate that Kofi's success was not natural, that he must have struck a dark bargain with malevolent forces to achieve such wealth. The villagers' rumors reached Mami Wata's ears, and she knew that Kofi's newfound happiness was in danger. So one moonlit night, she appeared to him in a dream, her ethereal form glowing with an otherworldly light. "Kofi, dear child," she whispered, her voice a gentle breeze in his mind. "The time has come for you to prove your purity of heart and intentions. The doubts of the villagers threaten the very gift I bestowed upon you." Kofi's heart raced as he listened to the goddess's words, a knot of fear tightening in his chest. He knew that if he were unable to dispel the suspicion surrounding him, not only would he lose everything he had gained, but his connection to Mami Wata could be severed forever. Determined to clear his name and honor the river goddess who had changed his life, Kofi set out at dawn to seek the wisdom of the village elder, a revered man known for his insight and fairness. Kofi traveled to see the wise village elder. The village elder welcomed Kofi into his hut, his eyes twinkling in warmth as he listened to the young man's tale. As Kofi poured out his heart, recounting the miraculous encounter with Mami Wata and the subsequent suspicions that clouded his newfound success, the elder sat in silence, his weathered face a mask of contemplation. After a long moment, the elder finally spoke, his voice resonating with authority that demanded attention. Kofi, it is clear to me that the river goddess has indeed favored you with her blessing. But as with all gifts of great power, there will always be those who seek to sow seeds of doubt and jealousy. He paused, his gaze piercing through Kofi's turmoil. To prove your integrity and commitment to Mami Wata, you must undergo a trial that will test your resolve and purity of heart. Only then can the truth be revealed to all. Kofi nodded solemnly, steeling himself for whatever challenge lay ahead. The village elder instructed Kofi to embark on a journey to the sacred waterfall nestled deep within the heart of the forest. It was said that the waters of the waterfall held the power to reveal one's true intentions and nature, and only those who were pure of heart could withstand its judgment. With a determined spirit, Kofi set out into the dense jungle, his footsteps echoing through the ancient trees as he made his way towards the distant roar of cascading water. The path was treacherous, winding its way through thick undergrowth and over slippery rocks, but Kofi pressed on, his mind focused on the task ahead. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of travel, Kofi emerged into a small clearing where the sacred waterfall stood in all its majestic glory. The water thundered down from high above, casting a shimmering mist over the rocks below. Taking a deep breath to steady himself, Kofi stepped into the icy waters of the pool at the base of the waterfall, and felt a surge of energy course through his body. The water seemed to come alive around him, swirling and dancing as if in greeting. Kofi closed his eyes and let the cool spray wash over him, cleansing him of all doubts and fears. As he stood under the powerful cascade, a vision began to form in his mind's eye, a vision of his past, present, and future intertwining like the rushing currents of the river. He saw moments of joy and sorrow, times of struggle and triumph, all weaving together to form the tapestry of his life. Through the veil of water and mist, Kofi glimpsed the faces of those who had doubted him, their expressions hardened with skepticism and envy. But he also saw the faces of those who had stood by him, their eyes filled with trust and belief in his goodness. With renewed determination, Kofi raised his hands to the sky and called out to Mami Wata, his voice ringing clear above the roar of the waterfall. "River goddess, hear me," Kofi's voice echoed through the trees, reaching towards the heavens. "I stand before the sacred waters, ready to face the trial that will prove my worthiness of your blessing. Let the truth be revealed, and let my intentions be laid bare for all to see." As his words faded into the mist, a hush fell over the clearing, the only sound the gentle rush of water over stone. Suddenly, a figure materialized at the edge of the pool, a spectral form that shimmered with an iridescent light. It was Mami Wata herself, her eyes alight with a knowing wisdom. "Kofi," her voice resonated through the air, carrying a weight of both challenge and compassion. He saw moments of kindness and compassion, moments of doubt and fear. His past mistakes and triumphs played out before him like a tapestry unraveling in the wind. And through it all, he felt Mami Wata's presence guiding him, urging him to confront his innermost secrets and desires. As Kofi spiraled deeper into the depth of the pool, he felt a sense of weightlessness wash over him, as if he were suspended in time and space. The rushing water seemed to whisper ancient secrets in his ears, urging him to let go of all pretenses and bare his soul to the river goddess's judgment. And in that moment of surrender,